Students, this is your science teacher, Mrs. Dipti Tamankar. Today we will see chapter number 5th, Inside the Atom. Student, you remember what you learnt in 7th standard about this lesson? Yes, what is meant by matter? Now, matter is made up of very small particles. Those small particles are known as an atom. An atom is the smallest particle of an element which retains its chemical identity in all physical and chemical changes. So, what is the smallest unit of matter? An atom is the smallest unit of matter. You all can see different matters in this picture and the state of matters also. From this we understand that the smallest particle of an element taking part in chemical combination is an atom. The concept of atom is more than 2500 years old. However, it was forgotten in the course of time. In the modern times, scientists, on the basis of experiments, explained the nature of atom as well as the internal structure of atom. In this lesson, we are going to learn about internal structure of an atom. So, before proceeding further, different scientists have found out different theories. It started with Dalton's atomic theory. But before that, do you know that our Indian philosopher Maharshi Kanak in 6th century BC stated that there is a limit to divide the matter into small particles. The indivisible particle that constitutes matter were named by Kanad Muni as Paramanu. Paramanu meaning smallest particles. He also stated that Paramanu is indestructible. Greek philosopher Democritus in 5th century before Christ stated that matter is made up of small particles and these cannot be divided. The smallest particle of matter was named by Democritus an atom. In Greek language, atomos means the one which cannot be cut. Now we will see different scientists have different atomic theory. The first one is Dalton's atomic theory. John Dalton, a British scientist, explained his theory, atomic theory, in 1803 AD. He says that matter is made up of atom. Atom are invisible and indestructible. Atom is like a hard solid sphere. Same elements have same atom while different elements have different atoms. Second, Thomson's plum pudding model of atom. According to Thomson's model, the positive charge is distributed throughout the atom and the negatively charged electron are embedded in it. The distributed positive charge is balanced by the negative charge on the electrons. Therefore, the atom becomes electrically neutral. So, this theory was explained through this model by Sir J.J. Thomson. Rutherford's nuclear model of atom. Rutherford had studied and made nuclear model of atom in 1911. He took very thin gold foil and bombarded it with positively charged alpha particles. Most of the alpha particles went straight through the foil, as you can see in the picture. Some got deflected through a small angle while some got deflected through a large angle. 1 out of 20,000 alpha particles bounced back in the direction opposite to the original path. So, these experiments, he concluded that positively charged nucleons at center of an atom, entire mass of an atom is concentrated in the nucleus. Negatively charged particles, that is electrons, revolve around the nucleus. Total negative charge of electron is equal to the positive charge on nucleus. There is an empty space between the revolving electrons and nucleus. Rutherford's model explained atom as unstable, but it is actually stable. So, through his invention, many theories he found out through this experiment. The next scientist is Bohr's stable orbit atomic model. Niels Bohr explained the stability of atom by his stable orbit model in 1913. The electrons revolve around the atomic nucleus in circular orbits at a certain distance from nucleus. Energy of an electron is constant when it is in a particular orbit. When electron goes from an inner orbit to outer orbit, it absorbs energy equal to the difference of energy level. When it goes from outer orbit to inner orbit, it emits energy equal to the difference of its energy level. So this theory he found out through his Bohr's stable atomic model. Some more atomic models were put forth after Bohr's atomic model. Atomic structure was studied at depth with the advent of the new branch of science called quantum mechanics. With all those, some well accepted fundamental principles of atomic structure are as follows. Atomic structure. Now as you all can see the given picture, atomic structure, an atom is formed from the nucleus, the extranuclear part. These contain three types of subatomic particles. Those are proton, neutrons and electrons. Now how is nucleus and how it consists, that we will see in next slide. This is nucleus. The atomic nucleus is positively charged. Almost entire mass of the atom is concentrated in the nucleus. The nucleus contains two types of subatomic particles and together it is called nucleons. Protons and neutrons are the two types of nucleons which are present in the nucleus. Proton is a positively charged subatomic particle in the atomic nucleus. The positive charge on the nucleus is due to the proton in it. A proton is represented by the symbol P. Each proton carries a positive charge of +1 E. When total positive charge on the nucleus is expressed in the unit E, its magnitude is equal to the number of protons in the nucleus. The number of protons in the nucleus of an atom is the atomic number of that element and is denoted by the letter Z. Mass of one proton is approximately 1 U, that is 1 Dalton. 1 U is equal to 1.66 into 10 raise minus 27 kg. The mass of one hydrogen atom is also approximately 1 U. Neutron. Neutron is an electrically neutral subatomic particle and is denoted by the symbol N. It is again present in the nucleus. The number of neutrons in the nucleus is denoted by the symbol N. Atomic nuclei of all the elements except hydrogen with atomic mass 1 U contain neutrons. The mass of a neutron is approximately 1 U, which is almost equal to that of a proton. Extranuclear part of an atom electron. It is negatively charged. It is represented by symbol E. It carries negative charge -1 E. It revolves in orbit around the nucleus. So the extranuclear part in the atomic structure includes electrons revolving around the nucleus and the empty space in between the nucleus and the electron. Electron. Electron is a negatively charged subatomic particle and it is denoted by symbol E. Each electron carries 1 unit of negative charge, that is -1 E. Mass of an electron is 1800 times less than that of a hydrogen atom. Therefore, the mass of an electron can be treated as negligible. Electron is in the extranuclear part revolve in the discrete orbits around the nucleus. The orbits being three-dimensional in nature, a term shell is used instead of the term orbit. The energy of an electron is determined by the shell in which it is present. The number of electron in the extranuclear part is equal to the number of proton in the nucleus, that is Z. Therefore, electrical charges are balanced and the atom is electrically neutral. Now, very important concept, atomic mass number. The total number of protons and neutrons in an atom is known as atomic mass number, and it is denoted as capital letter A. For example, carbon atom has number of protons 6. So atomic number is 6 and mass number is 12. Why? Because number of protons and neutrons are same. So 6 plus 6 is equal to 12. So mass number is 12. And it is denoted or it is given as 12C6. 12 means atomic mass number is written in superscript. In the middle, the name or the symbol of atom, and in subscript, atomic number is denoted. And this is how it is written or it is represented, atomic mass number and atomic number of any atom. Now we will see distribution of electron. As per Bohr's atomic model, electrons revolve in stable shells. These shells have a definite energy. The shell nearest to the nucleus is called first shell. The next is second shell, and after that third and fourth shell, like that it is. A symbol N is used for the ordinal number of a shell. The shells are referred by the symbols K, L, M, N, capital K, L, M, N, corresponding to the ordinal number N, small n is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. The maximum number of electron a shell can contain is obtained by the formula 2n square. As the magnitude of n increases, the energy of an electron in that shell is increases. We have seen that in first shell only 2 electrons it can hold. In second shell, that is L, first shell is K, second shell is L. In L only 8 electrons. In M shell only 18 electrons. And in N shells 32 electrons. So this is the capacity. Okay, it can accommodate in the shells K, L, M, N 2, 8, 18 and 32 respectively. So this is the maximum capacity of that shells. The electron in an atom are distributed in the shells according to their maximum capacity. The shell-wise distribution of the electron in an atom of an element is called the electronic configuration of that element, and each electron has a definite energy as per the shell in which it is present. Energy of an electron in the first shell, that is K shell, is the lowest. Energy of the electron in the subsequent shells goes on increasing with the ordinal number of the shell. The electronic configuration of an element is such that the energy of all the electrons together is the maximum possible. Electrons get a place in the shell in accordance with the maximum capacity of the electron shells in an atom and the increasing order of energy. Now let us know about electronic configuration in detail of some elements. Student, this table shows electronic configuration. Now here shell and electron capacity of shell is given. Now symbol for each shell is given. K first shell, L second shell, M third shell and N is fourth shell. In K first shell, the formula is 2n square. So 2 into 1 square. Answer is 2. So number of electrons present in K shell in first shell is 2. Then in L shell, that is in second shell, 2 into 2 square. So 2 square is 4. So 4 into 2 is 8. So number of electrons present in second shell or in L shells are 8. Then third shell, that is M shell, as per the formula 2n square, 2 into 3 square, 3 square is 9. So 9 into 2 is 18. So number of electrons present in third shell or M shells are 18. Then fourth shell, N shell, as per the formula 2 into n square, 2 into 4 square, 4 square is 16, so 16 into 2 is 32, so 32 number of electrons. Maximum capacity of holding electrons of fourth shell or n shell is 32. This is how the electronic configuration, or we can say the maximum capacity of holding electrons of each shell. Student, observe the table carefully. Here different elements, atoms are shown with their symbol, and electron number of an atoms are shown. Then how that electrons are distributed in the shells of that particular atoms, that is also shown. It means electronic configuration of that particular atom of that element. For example, hydrogen atom only one. Electron present of an atom is only one. So in first K shell only one electron is present. Helium He 2 electrons. So 2 in first shell. Lithium 3 electrons. So 2 in first shell, remaining 1 is in next shell. Carbon C 6 electron. So 2 in first shell, remaining 4 are in next second shell. Nitrogen N 7 electrons. 2 in first shell, remaining 5 in next shell. Oxygen O together 8 electron. So 2 in first shell, remaining 6 are in next shell. Fluorine F together 9 electron. 2 in first shell, 7 remaining are in next shell. Neon symbol is Ne. Total electrons present in an atoms are 10. So 2 in first shell and remaining 8 are next shell. Sodium symbol is Na. Total number of electrons 11. 2 electrons in first shell and remaining 8 electrons in second shell, and plus one more electron which remain, that is in third shell. Chlorine, the symbol is Cl. Electrons present in chlorine atom is 17. So 2 in first shell, 8 in second shell and remaining 7 in third shell. Argon, symbol is Ar. Total number of electron present in argon is 18. So 2 in first shell, 8 in second shell and remaining 8 is in third shell. Bromine, Br symbol. Total number of electrons present in an atom are 35. So 2 in first shell, 8 in second shell, 18 in third shell and remaining 7 electrons are in fourth shell. So this is how the electronic configuration of different elements, atoms are shown in this table. We will see next part of this lesson in the next video. Thank you for watching this video.